Okay, we want to talk about the plugins overview and favorites within Vizrt 5, and it's a brand new menu that you can access within the user interface, specifically within the scene tree. Now to open this overlay menu, you can either have a scene open or you start a brand new scene. The point being that we need to have some type of container within the scene here, and every container is going to have this little plus sign on it, and if we click on that plus sign, it brings up our plugins overlay. And now we can just simply add a plugin right to the container by clicking on it. So if we click again on the little plus button, here it brings up all of our plugins that we have. And if we even wanted to search for one in particular, like the Vizrt, we could find that and just double click on it, and now it adds it to that particular container. If we click once more to bring up that window, you also notice right above it there's a recently used. And here it shows us the most recently used plugins that we used within our scene, and it keeps count of them right there. Furthermore, we have a favorites up here. And to add a favorites, and favorites are like the favorite things that you like to use most often, you can keep them in this little menu area here and access them whenever you need, and it saves you the time of coming down through your plugins and or asset view and searching through everything. You can just keep them right here. So if you wanted to find a particular plugin and slide it in there, you may notice on your user interface that you can't take it from this particular menu and drag up there, but you have to come down into your plugins, take a plugin and drag it right up to the favorites. Now this doesn't just have to apply to certain plugins or all of these plugins. You can also take things from your asset view. So if you had materials, you could add one of them. You could add a material advanced up there. You could also add a material definition. So there's all kinds of things that you can add to the favorites. Whenever you need a favorite, you just click on there, and then those particular assets are listed within your favorites, and you can double click it, and now it adds it. So if it's a geometry, it's going to replace that geometry. Be aware that whichever container you click on, that's which plugin you are adding or which favorite you are adding it to. Now within the favorites, if we wanted to delete any one of these out of the favorites, we could just roll our mouse over the icon. We could right click and it says remove from favorites. And again, just right click, remove from favorites to get rid of everything that you don't want. And that's where you find the favorites within Vizrt 5.